I chose to look at global youth work because of the lack of knowledge that I already had in the issue. I wanted to connect modern youth work issues on a global level. The pre-knowledge that I had on the issue were the fact that I did a global youth work assignment on the drugs war in Mexico, and also I had just done the global practitioner assignment, not the assignment, the whole module as a whole. When it came to the session, I anticipated to get out of it, resources, information, relevance to youth work and understanding. I think global youth work, according to the literature that I already know, is something that affects young people on a daily basis that we didn't realise. For example, young people are connected to the world for their clothes, music, food, via the internet and other media, and through the experience of and concern, their fairness, conflict, poverty in the environment, and through the social and economic forces that shape their identity, their community, their lives. Our identities are shaped by the foods that we eat, the clothes that we wear, and the music that we listen to. And that's all part of global youth work, and that was already found through Think Global, the website. The second one that I found was the International Labour Organization, the BBC News report. Due to the current economic climate, young people who are employed are losing their jobs. And it showed young people making their voices heard through music. And this was music was the only way they could put their view forward, basically. And for me, that was quite sad that we have to resort to music to get our voices heard. And that made me passionate in global youth work as a whole. Because if you have to use a medium of not only your own voice, but other means to get your voices heard, it's a very sad effect, basically. And global youth work is something that needs to be taken to a new level. And young people need to connect to it and understand what's going on. It says global youth work is made up of a small project that is rooted in local community engagement. And it also says that global youth work engages young people in critical analysis of local and government influence of their lives and their own communities, and that is through essential skills for youth work practice. I remember when I was in year 10, and for the first time I watched City of God. The City of God really affected me because what it was a film based about how young people are looked into their environment, and if you compare it to the environment that we are brought up in at times, it's very different. And that made me aware of global issues for the first time. Sorry. I think something that's changed me as a whole is my position on the subject. Young people become involved in their communities and also in the wider communities, and to understand how to effectively make a contribution in these communities. Wider communities can include global communities. What this was saying to me was that basically we have a situation where young people are unable to connect their community to a wider community. And something that I had when I was growing up with a very privileged background, I didn't have poverty, I had a very simple upbringing. And for me, that kind of annoys me at times, because I don't want that simple upbringing. I never wanted that simple upbringing. And global youth work really opened my mind to how bad, in a sense, that simple upbringing is. One of the concepts of global youth work is to explore with young people the global context of personal, local and national decisions and actions, and also explore constructively with young people the concept of citizenship, including its relevance to local, national and international levels. What is citizenship? Citizenship is a right to live in a country, and on a daily level, young people are being denied this right. So for me, that was something that was key to bring out to young people, because it's a sad effect. It's sad that young people's lives are being threatened on a daily basis. Global youth work and informal education. Informal education is something I'm very passionate about. It's bringing youth work and making it informal, making it relevant, making it innovative. And it starts with young people's everyday experiences. It starts from experiences that young people have on a daily basis and bringing them to life. For example, making sure that young people are aware of the effects of global issues through interactive and innovative ideas are key to me. Making sure that young people develop their understanding of the local and global influences on their lives and encourage positive action for change. Just 2 years ago, there was a film that was released. It was called Cody. And Cody was in that bad situation where basically we saw that there was one person that was basically taken as far as, and remember, loads of kids as prisoners, young people as prisoners. And the whole world watched that whole thing and were like, wow, this is disgusting, this can't happen anymore, we need to stop this from happening. And that was the effect of change. That was effectively the change that took place. To change means to look positive action for change, make a difference in young people's life, make them stand up and against inequality. I think that what I learned from the sessions is that youth work is a global issue. Youth work is not just a national issue. There's national youth work and then there's global youth work. Informal education is part of global youth work. It's bringing daily experiences to life. The clothes young people wear, even though they do not know it, like by buying these clothes and the food they eat, they're buying into global youth work. And that is something that can be used through interactiveness and innovativeness to show to young people that the fact that they are buying into this global market. The question is, how might these new things be valuable in practice? These are issues that need to be explored, of course. Global issues that need to be explored are issues that need to be explored. And due to the current economic climate, day by day the situation is getting worse. Making young people aware of this is one way of making it better.